Evening, everybody. It's 5:23, and on Monday, May the 1st, this is your closing comment. It is video number 1735. Okay, I'm going to depart from my normal uh, action here and kind of try and make a point. Um, we have a government that basically is not functioning. Um, I don't understand. There are three branches: the judiciary, the legislative, and the executive. Now, I don't care whether you like them or you don't like them, but Biden's the executive. He gets to hire who he wants in his cabinet. The fact that my attitude is that most of his hires were for optics, not for talent. Um, but then we move over to the legislative branch. They are supposed to be representatives. I said this in yesterday's narrative in the weekly market insights. But as anybody who has ever had children and taken a car trip, I'm sure you can recognize exactly what this is. This is, and I really don't want to swear, but this is frickin' 6 and 8 year olds sitting in the back seat of the station wagon, being obstinate little brats, saying things like, he looked at me first, or he's touching me. What a load of crap. These people should buckle down and do what their job is. And their job is not political. Their job is to be representatives. And they suck at it. And it's coming home to roost. This debt situation is unforgivable. And they're going to play it right till the end. So I guess there's not much we can do about it. Today was incredibly boring. We had a great many economic numbers, none of which seemed to mean a damn thing. And basically, we closed unchanged. I mean, yes, the Dow was down $46.46. That's 1.14%. Same with the NASDAQ, down 0.11%. The S&P, 0.04%. And then we get to the winners. The Russell, up 22 cents. Not even an actual percentage that we can use. And the big winner on the day was the transports, up 141.03 or 1.01%. If you were in any of the FANG stocks, with the exception of Meta, you got hurt today. Every single one of them. I mean, just made no sense at all. Of all of them, Meta was up $2.32 or just under 1%. And Nvidia, of course. Nvidia was up 11 or 4%. The rest of them, all down. The XLK on the strength of Nvidia and Meta, up 9 cents. So it couldn't have gotten a lot more boring. The chart on the screen is the corn. And the reason that it's there is because we took a position in the corn today. And we bought it about mid range on the day. It closed just barely down. It closed down a half a cent a bushel. We've seen this before. We saw it here. Sharp break, lower low, closing up on the day. Next day, kind of an inside day, closing down or unchanged, and then starting right back up. I don't see much that's going to stand in the way of the corn getting back to 6.15 or so. That's 30 cents. For those of you who trade futures, 30 cents in corn is $1,500. The margin's probably only 2,200, so that's a really nice gain. Um, as far as the rest of the markets, the surprise numbers from China being weak, I don't know why it's a surprise. They lie. I'd be more surprised if I heard something honest coming out of there. Oil down $1.12. However, it was down over $1 lower than that. Heating oil and gasoline up. Nat gas down. Gold down, primarily on the outside numbers that took the bonds down 2 full points. So the bonds were down 2 points. The dollar was up 50 cents. And everything that is dollar related, with the exception of the silver, which was up 0.4 That's barely a rounding error. Gold down 690, platinum down 25. Uh, the cattles and stuff were down. The S&P and the stock indexes were down. Bitcoin was down 1,560 today. That bears a look because it was really trying to consolidate in here. And all of a sudden, we are right back down to support. And frankly, 27,000 is good support. We also have a rising 5-day moving average, although it kind of kinked almost across, but still rising. And a steady 20-day, we could easily break out here and move higher. As far as earnings went today, we had MGM with a beat top and bottom line. It was up $1.12 before the number. It's up $1.60 after the number. Meta, as I said, was up about $2.50, 1% on them doing an offering to buy back more stock. Everybody knows how I feel about that. Nxpi with a beat top and bottom line was up $2.27 at 166.01, currently trading 174, up 10.26. Chgg, everybody's favorite, we have to homeschool stock, which was as high as about 115 a year and a half ago, closed on Friday at 1798. And if that wasn't bad enough, right now it's trading at 12, down 6 or 33%. Transocean Oil rig with a miss. However, their miss was on two items that are extraordinary. Not extraordinarily great or bad, just extraordinary, not going to happen again. They sold off a bunch of assets and they reduced debt. And so they took a loss. In the meantime, since it's not financial engineering, the stock is actually up a nickel at 5.95, which is basically where it was. And under the heading of I'm warning you again, we had that Chinese stock this morning, YGF, which went from yesterday's close at 352 up to was substantially higher, but never made it in the uh, regular market. It went from 352 to 30 and came all the way back down and closed at 361, up 9 cents. We also have MEGL that I talked to you about last week. It moved on Friday also up to about $6 from 90 cents, came back down, and then today went right back to 238, down 162 or 40%. And of course, Top, which is another Chinese fintech, which moved basically from 6.25 to a high of 256.44, closing at 108, up 441% on Friday. Today, 49.70, down 54%, or $60. We had two more that I picked up off the tape today. One is GDC. It is a basic materials coal company. Closed the day on Friday at 250, traded as high as 44, currently 23 and change, and that's still good enough for an 833% gain. And last but not least, BAOS, uh, another Chinese media company. They reversed it, 1 for 6 last month. Started uh, Closed on Friday at $5.05. That was up $1.85, or 58%. And today traded as high as 43. The last is 31.31, up 26.26. So, you know, they can export whatever they want, but as long as they keep on bringing these companies over here and listing them and pumping them and dumping them, it's not going to get any better. So forewarned is forearmed. Okay, tomorrow we have more in the way of news, not as big as today was, but we have factory orders at 10 o'clock, and we have March job openings, the JOLTS, also at 10 o'clock. Today we had March construction, which was up a little. Uh, Single family home construction languish, however, strength in non residential. ISM manufacturing index 47.1 versus 46.3. That report shows that manufacturing activity is still contracting, even though it's not as bad as it was um, last month. So get used to not as bad as feared, but not really a beat on any of these earnings. Have a good one. I'll be back in the morning.